better than a barbecue. It's dignified, quieter. There are rules.
How is that better than a barbecue?
What's the dress code on this?
I'm glad you asked. Connecticut casual.
Yo, what's up? Today's guest is returning OG Keif here talking about that new album dropped on Friday, Advance, bro.
Sure.
And we love it.
Hey, I appreciate you guys,
Hell
bro.
yeah, bro.
You guys have been showing a lot of support, man. I appreciate you guys.
Bro, first off, I didn't expect, just knowing you since you were a kid.
Yeah.
When you're like, my album's dropping, I'm like, oh, snap. And then I hear it, I'm like, God damn, bro. This shit is going on my main.
Yeah, that's the
I've been
thing,
putting, select artists, man.
Right.
Select local artists. I've been putting them on my main playlist. And, it has been super flow. I'm, listening, today, just hearing Advance. Advance, you go hard on.
I appreciate that.
I love it so much.
That's one of my favorites,
yeah. Yeah. What was the inspiration behind that?
So that one, right? It's like with every song I was writing, it was within a time frame, you know what I mean, with certain situations. So with that one, there was a lot going on with me, putting out that last album and pushing it and having to do everything else, outside of that, clothing and everything like that. It was just with all that happening, opportunities were also being thrown at me at the same time. So it just felt like I was leveling up. I play a lot of video games, you know what I mean? So leveling up is how I'll use it in terms, you know what I mean? And advancing is just what I felt like my whole aura was. I was just growing, you know what I mean? And it's just I'm still in that mode right now, but now I put out that album and it's I was listening to it for so long without it even being in format and album form, you know what I mean? And I just knew how it was gonna go, but I did not have a name or a cover or anything until maybe 2 weeks before the album dropped.
Word?
Yeah, and so I was I was torn. I didn't know. I had a bunch of ideas written down, just scrapping paper and all this and that. And then one day I just listened to Advance really loud, really loud. And it just hit me. I was this should just set the tone for the album because it felt like that kind of vibe was just being exuded from that song. So I just did it that.
What was the runner-up?
The runner-up would be... That's a hard question because I hold a lot of these songs on this album really close to me because of these were songs actually usually, you know what I mean, when I hold them close, it's songs that I might have taken long on, you know what I mean, doing in the process. But these songs all were under 45 minutes, writing and having it finished, you know what I mean? So it's hard to choose because they all were within that same that same realm of what I was doing at the time. But if I had to choose, gun to my head, I'd say maybe Coming Alive at the end.
That is my favorite song on the album.
Just because...
Besides Advance.
So, yeah, you got to hear it when it was just in the format of... I basically had it in, freestyle form. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
If you check out our Instagram, the feature of OG Keif, we featured an Orange Vlog, and... That song is I loved it, dude.
That was matching energy though, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The energy on that song, I just felt I was just at a certain point, you know what I mean? And it showed in the song.
Oh, absolutely, bro. I love the energy behind that.
Yeah.
You show how much talent you actually have.
Hey, I appreciate that.
That's
bro.
So what was the process of getting this album out there? What platforms did you use? What channels did you go through?
So that's a great question because there's something going on with that too. So, basically, the process of even the making of the album, a lot of these songs were literally written at the kitchen table where I live, and if they weren't, they were on the third floor, in the the kind of lounge area we have with the pool table and all that. It has a little vibe to it. And
Where do you live?
I live with Tyler.
I know, but damn, bro.
But like,
We got no pool table.
it's just like they were all within this like, and they were all in the crib. But like, as far as like me putting it out, I really just like came to the thought of putting it all in album form because I use this distributor right now called TuneCore.
Okay.
And it's a kind of older one. There's a new one called DistroKid that I've been recommended a lot, but I've been waiting until, you know.
Chop uses that.
Yeah, I heard DistroKid is good, but like I haven't finished with TuneCore. Like I have money on the
Gotcha.
I have balance on there, you know what I mean, that I use to release music on there. So I don't have to come out of pocket for it because it pays for itself. So like whenever it came time for me to release the 7 Seed, I released that, and then I got an email saying that the side of like pay and like withdrawals and things like that, like with sales, any of my sales, wherever the money goes, I now had to go through this little third party company called Payoneer, whatever. Long story short, I've been like fighting with them, I've been sending them documents, sending them social security cards, whatever, trying to get them to like approve my ability to withdraw, I guess. And I haven't been able to, so all I do is just use the balance on there to use to release music, you know what I mean? But I plan on switching to DistroKid just because like that I felt like it was a constraint for me because I couldn't like, you know what I mean, do what I wanted. Yeah, I couldn't do what I wanted with this company. Like
You can't make a living off that then.
Yeah,
It's
man.
Recycling.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's
That
like
sounds
stuck up there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the next project will be through DistroKid, but it's like I use those distributors just because it makes it like super easy for you.
Well,
you
you're
know
on
what
Spotify and you're on iTunes.
Yeah, you know what I'm
it's
saying?
Like,
so like they're still doing their job, but at the same time, like,
It's like the big two.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like if you, I mean, like Spotify, iTunes,
yeah.
and what YouTube, done.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta worry about nothing else. Like
The extra ones I picked were like I pick iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google
Shout out to
Play.
iHeartRadio.
Yeah, they have the new option for TikTok, that app that everybody's using. Yeah, a lot of new
Bunch of TikToks on
platforms.
TikTok.
Yeah, but it's all on there. The album's on all of that.
TikTok?
So
TikTok's like that new Vine, bro.
yeah,
But it's like stupid what people do.
it's
on it.
weird because I thought it was like Triller. You know what Triller is? That app where it's like music. I
Yeah.
thought it was like that.
Well, it was
but it's-
supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
But then like today I saw one where the girl, right? It was Firstly Feast featured it.
Mm-hmm.
They it's this chick and she's like got a mixing bowl in front of her, right?
Yeah.
And they pour water in the she looks like she's pouring water in the bowl. She's pouring oil in the bowl. She's pouring cocoa powder in the bowl. She's pouring sugar in the bowl. She cracks an egg in the bowl. And then you hear someone laughing. And she shows a picture of the bowl. It's empty. And her friend stands up from underneath. She's covered in all the crap. Like, why is that funny, bro? Like, who does that?
That's what I'm saying. Comedy nowadays doesn't have to have any substance.
So
bro.
done, bro. But like TikTok, bro. Everyone's talking about TikTok. We're about to have to start looking up some stupid TikToks. We have a feature.
Yo.
I see a couple podcasts be doing that.
Seriously.
I'm like, we'll hop on the
definitely
wave.
watch a YouTube channel that watches stuff like that and looks at memes.
Yeah. Which one? Who is it? Plug them.
MXR Plays, dude.
All right.
They got like 250,000 subscribers.
I know H3H3. They check out TikTok, and YMH, Your Mom's House podcast. They be putting on TikToks, but
Lit.
oh my
Like an
god,
Asian couple, they're so weird and they're definitely stoned.
That would be cool if you guys did that though.
yeah, for real. And then we'll cultivate a couple, and we'll show them to our guests. You'll be like, yo, I'm coming on and promote the album. I'll be like, yo, check out this TikTok.
Right.
We'll just have it pull up on the TV. Oh,
Seriously.
But yeah, I be seeing some weirdos on TikTok, so I got off. I made an account.
There's a couple cool D&D ones on TikTok. I like.
Yeah, the cool ones.
Like the map ones, like how to make a map with
Goddamn
D&D.
tangent right here.
Bro, last episode we were talking about telemarketers, how we can't stand them.
We're hanging out with OG Keif.
Talking about
Oh, it's all
TikToks.
good, bro. I need to know more about TikTok myself.
And we're talking about motherfucking TikTok.
Speaking of being TikToked, so yo, just real quick, one thing I've been seeing. So real quick, yo, I had some weird older brother intuition the other night. So Friday, unfortunately, I couldn't make it. I
Yeah.
wanted to. We
Oh,
said
yeah.
we were gonna go out there, but my girl was just like, "You're on Christmas tree duty, Mister."
Bro,
And like
that's-
made me. I had to be like, boop. making the Christmas tree, making the hot cocoa, doing my thing with the
worries.
kids. So I had this like horrible like feeling in my stomach. I'm like, I gotta make sure Brandon and Keif are all right. So I shot Brandon.
Oh, yeah, he did tell me that.
Yeah, I was like, Brandon, listen, it's Friday night. You're about to have fun. Get home safe. I just got a bad, call it older brother vibe. I just got a bad feeling.
Right.
He messaged me the next morning. He's like, everything was great. There was no drama. Everything was
lit.
love. Everything was
lit.
love. And then like an hour after he sent me that text, bro, I go on Facebook and you're on the stream, bro.
Bro.
Talking about some stuff popped up, bro. What happened? And it's okay. It's all love, bro.
So yeah. So shout out to everyone that was a part of the creative process on this album. But one of the producers in particular, we had a disagreement that really wasn't communicated solely because he just like, I don't know, he became distant for whatever reason. And towards the end of, the deadline, it just was like nothing was communicated, you know what I mean? So it went as far as like, there was a song, the song Backup on the album. I needed the 30 seconds that was straight silence at the end of the song just cut off. That's all I needed, right? I asked him for that. Took him a while to get it back to me. I didn't know why. Once we end up getting in contact with each other, I find out he's moving the studio. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? I understand that. Boom, boom. I tried to get the song from him. Got that, like, after whatever he situated his thing. And I got the song back, dude. And I really want to, like, play it. Like, but, like, it's like, if you hear the one on the album, it's the version I left with, But it's the one, like, that's the one. You feel me? Like, we did it right. There's nothing to change. You know what I mean? The 30 seconds at the end, I can't put it on the album like that. It's gonna look funky. Like,
Yeah.
It's awkward. It's
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like
It's like you downloaded it off live.
Like then you guys,
exactly.
Then it gets real
Secret
quiet.
track afterwards.
yeah, like you're gonna expect.
Then it gets real quiet in the car, and for 30 seconds you're like,
yeah,
So, like,
this
five-
pause?
five-
It's like, and like people look at you like, you download this off LimeWire.
serious. Like the
10 seconds in.
and then
between
there'll
songs,
be
like,
those
okay, but-
there'll be those people that are like hotboxing and they're waiting for like they're like, yo, there's got to be something in this 30 seconds. Like that. Like it's like movie credits or something. Like, I don't want
Why
that,
you
bro.
talking about me like that?
Yeah. But like I just didn't want that aspect of the album to like taint the image of it because it just it's a solid piece.
'Cause it's smooth.
You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. So it's just like that was just one of the parts of the miscommunication. But it was just like when he messaged me. So mind you, we hadn't talked for a while, and this and that. After we went on a whole like spree of just all these studio sessions. Which I have documented. It's all recorded. I record every session. I have a cameraman usually, but you guys have cameras, so I didn't have to come. I have to come with one. But it's just like after we stopped communicating for that, a little bit amount of time, this is when it's getting closer to my album release, which was 2 days ago. Like this is recently. And it's just like I was needing things from him for certain songs, and I was communicating that to him. And he was like, kind of like fending me off, but just like, yo, yeah, I'll do it, but I'm doing all this right now. And I'm like, yeah, I understand, but just keep in mind that, I have a release that's coming up, and the date of it and everything. Like, this is all being communicated on my end.
Yeah, because on our first interview together way back, we had the conversation that, you were releasing in December, bro.
Dude, like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, this is nothing new to anyone. And it was like the day of my album release, so like the night it released like Thursday night, which was like it was like Thursday at midnight, which was Friday, but Friday the 13th, and I got a message from him during the day saying he was coming through to the release event. Didn't come, so that's when it could have been communicated then, but didn't come.
Trash.
So
Who doesn't do that?
the next day,
I did that.
when it's like.
I said I was gonna go and I did it, but I have kids.
Okay, but this is someone who has 5 songs. He has 5 songs produced on this album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was like trusting him with that sound. You know what I mean? Because like
half, right?
that's I was 11 songs on the album, so
so
that's
almost like-
you know what I mean. But like the thing is, right? I met him in like 2014, and like he was your brother's roommate at the time. That's how I met him, through your brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at WestCon. And so like back then, we started to do a little work, and then he became like too handsy, and like he felt like too entitled to too high a percentage of like, you know what I mean, like what I'm doing. That's like when he came at me in the messages the next day, he was saying, "Yo, and this is Friday. This is the day of my release. Like,
okay,
this is the day my album is out and live for, you know, it's been live since midnight, and now it's during the day, so it's a few hours." So he comes on my messages and he goes, he lists the song. It's FWM. It's called F With Me. That's the acronym. It's abbreviated for.
Yeah.
And the other song, I think it was called The One. Yeah, it's the One.
The One, yeah. I think I read some of those messages.
So yeah, so he was upset about those, saying that he said, yeah, basically we recorded takes on them, but they weren't complete. Mind you, I've been listening to these songs for weeks. They're complete to me. Maybe a few things needed to be tweaked on like the engineering side, but I didn't have to come in and do anything extra. You know what I mean? So like I had these songs and was putting them in album form because I had all these songs and they know I'm making an album. You know what I mean? This is all should be corresponding to the same, you know, we all should be on one accord.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's just like, whenever he came to me like that, I'm like, what? So I messaged him back saying, yo, I like how it went. You know what I mean? I just needed a few things and we didn't, you know, we weren't able to communicate. So I did what I had to do.
Yeah.
But I didn't come at him any kind of way. I was just trying to communicate as I always do. After that, his messages were saying basically, he goes, those songs specifically, he's like, aren't the ones I wanted on, like, to be on the album or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Is it your album?
Yeah, and he was like, this is my craft. I'm the producer and this and that. And so to go just like more in depth on that right there, like as deep as I will go, it's just like the F With Me song, like I recorded it, right? And while we were in the studio, we came to the agreement that like after it was done, we were listening to it and we were just like, yo, it needs one more thing. There's something like just like one piece missing within like the percussion side or not even the percussion side, just like within the beat period.
Yeah.
And so we ended up agreeing on it needing a bass line. And so I literally have footage on my vlog of me laying that bass line down and, you know, he's like, oh, it sounds good. I put it on Instagram today, actually. And that bass line didn't even like when the song got sent to me after the session, that bass line was nowhere to be found in the song. You know what I mean? But I didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, it still sounds good. You know, maybe he just like thought it over. I'm just like, but even that should be communicated. But I'm like, who cares? I'm not trying to create drama for no reason, you know? But like, that's a co-production credit right there. If I'm gonna be proper about it and like, you know what I mean, put it on paper, that's a co-production credit.
Tell me you had a contract made before you started.
There's no
working.
contracts anywhere
You
for
gotta do
anything.
contracts, though.
But
That's
that's
how you
what I'm
protect
saying.
yourself.
I'm not worried about protecting anything because the contracts I do have are all on video. Me having every session on video.
But we are in claim culture. That's
Yeah.
like the problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The claim culture is
Well, listen.
real, bro.
And I understand that. And I feel like that's where he feels
Did he
empowered.
produce Advance?
No.
All right, perfect. So we'll play Advance for sure.
But his homeboy did produce Advance though. His homeboy who he's cool with. And I rock with Jake so hard just because like I never even met Jake before I started recording at their spot. Once I got there, I met Jake and he just was somebody who I should have known for a while because he makes like a sound that is just like I've been waiting to hear. You know what I mean? Like he's very talented, very talented.
Well,
But-
I also know, I could see the both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
On the fact
And
of
bro, that's why I'm just like, I have my rant or whatever, but that's why I just left it alone after
Yeah.
that because I'm like, I'm just gonna go and just tell them how I feel. You know what I mean? Tell everyone
yeah.
how I feel about that situation
Well,
on a broadcast. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because
you look at it like you're those are your words, that's your word.
Yeah.
Like you're putting your name on that. But
Yeah.
I also know producers, even Chop over here, they're so particular. Like, and that's just because
But
that's what
the
their
thing,
craft.
yeah. And you could be that way,
Yeah.
but feeling so entitled to where you're saying those songs specifically are not what I wanted to be on this, that. What are you talking about? First of all,
Right.
but second of all, why is this not being communicated to me? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When
I
I'm
can see
sitting here
that.
trying to reach out and like I'm trying to, you know what I mean, let you know this is what's going on. So can we, you know what I mean, get these songs done so I can get everything together. You know what I'm saying?
Two things. One, whose name is on the cover of the album?
Mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Two, are you paying him or is he paying you?
There's no money involved.
No money involved.
Oh.
All right.
Interesting.
This is
you gotta have
I was gonna
terms.
say usually,
Yeah.
Bro.
Usually when you have a producer, you're paying them money to produce what you want.
Who's your-
produced.
And also,
Generally.
there's a difference between you can lease a song or you can own the master of the song. And,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
like,
it sounds like you wanted mastering, but he wanted to like contribute and make it his own.
And that's the thing. It's like we've had, like I said, we've had we've butt heads before, and it's because
it's confusing
it's
stuff.
it's never been like this drastic. This is like,
this is where it's getting crazy.
you know what I mean?
I hear you.
Because if I'm sitting here trying to communicate this to you and then you blow up after the fact, it just seems like you just seem like you're hating at that point. I don't get why you would wait this long after fending off the communication that I'm trying to incite this whole time.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, like I said, I could see both sides of the fence, but again, you know, this is your album.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Like-
that's why I'm not afraid of anything that is possible through that. Like I understand that we never made like any, you know what I mean, wrote up nothing like that.
You still using your same manager?
Yeah, but it's just like I don't have any problems with if something is like sent to me or whatever, we could fight anything because I have everything, like I said, documented on video. If I have to go dig for it, we could do that. It's all accounted for. You know what I mean? So like, because I it's just like everything that's being talked about. I've been for the past couple of days just watching all my old stuff, like going through my old footage just to like pull up conversations that we've had, bro. It's just like it's all there. I don't have to fight anything. Like it shouldn't even be like this. You know
I
what I
hear
mean?
you.
Like
Well,
I
I
don't have problems
definitely-
with anyone. It's
I would
just like
think
when you try me, it just feels like that felt like a threat. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I
because you could
definitely
have
hear
easily
you.
came to me and talked to me and just been like, cordial about it.
So
You know what I'm
just
saying?
going forward though, man, I think, this album's definitely fire.
Appreciate
right?
it, bro.
So I think, your this next album, whatever your next project's gonna be, bro, it's gotta be like I think you're talented enough where contracts should be formed.
Yeah,
where things
definitely.
like this happen, bro, work with your manager.
Yeah.
Just be like, this is what I want, this is what I want. You have to put a clause in there like I want, creative freedom to
Full
my
rights to
stuff,
the
full
master.
rights, everything.
Yeah.
Because bro, like people are crazy.
It's just like it was just a switch up, bro. It's just that's plain and simple. Like
Yeah.
we've worked numerous times. We've worked a lot for a while. You know what I mean? And for it to just now be all of a sudden we're like talking about taking my songs off my album after it's been released, like that's just disrespectful. It doesn't make sense.
I hear you.
Like, come and talk to me with some sense before you like just try to threaten me and all that. Like, doesn't have to be like that, bro. It just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't give those vibes to anyone. Like, cause he tried to make it seem like I'm like running off with music when like we literally worked on these songs and like loved them together. Like in the studio, we listen to them for hours when I'm supposed to be recording other stuff, but we just get lost in certain songs. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we've had good vibes, and this is after we rekindle what we, you know what I mean? The bridges we burned before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now it's just like you can't, you can give somebody another chance, but like, you know what I mean?
Well, you
When-
know what? Let's take it on a different subject, bro.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you've been going through this all weekend
Yeah,
with,
yeah,
with
yeah.
this, and
But yeah, I just had to say
Yeah, of
that
course.
about
I
it.
hope-
That's all I had to say about it. Like, really, I just know that as fire as the album is, and as good as the album release event went, and I got that documented too, it's gonna be gravy. I have no problems with anything.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean? I'm happy.
just I know, like I said, like we've been Francisco and I, we've been learning a lot about
Yeah.
just the industry and
Right.
like claim culture's heavy. Like even when we have like we have certain artists on.
Yeah.
Like we play their stuff. We got to give them credit right then and there.
Word,
like
bro.
because like YouTube claim culture is crazy.
Definitely,
and like everyone's
definitely.
claim culture is crazy. So,
sure.
but you know what, man? Like I said, I hope that you guys ride this beef out and that it ends in a peaceful way. And I hope that you guys continue to I hope you guys. I think that the songs that he produced and the songs that you wrote on those. I think, like I said, everything is fire. So I hope that
good work, man.
bridges could be mended and this all gets squashed because who needs that crap, right?
Seriously, bro.
Absolutely. So I want to say, bro, first, what song we gonna be playing today on the show for everybody?
So, I think it's only right if we play Advance.
First song on the album.
Yeah, the first song. That's just what set the bar and created the vibe for.
All right, tell us a little bit about
for the
Advance
project.
before we plug off.
So Advance is the flow is really abstract on it. Like, I really can't even tell you where I was at in my head when I was like writing like the first verse. It's really just a verse basically, but like, yeah, it's just like sometimes I tap into this like,
And you got it.
yeah, and it's just like with the beat too. That's Jake. Jake, I'm telling you, he has this sound where like I feel like I've been like looking for a certain sound, and then I'll hear a certain beat Jake put on. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to do this, and I hear it before I even write it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And then I write it like in word form, and then it just comes out crazy. Like you guys will hear it.
All right, so this is Advance off OG Keif's new album, Advance, and we'll be right back. Enjoy.
I just upped the level, I'm advancing on niggas now. My kicks hit the pedal, hit the gas on these niggas now. I stick with the metal, shit I'm blasting at niggas now. Can't wait till the bezel, get the dancing on niggas now. Ain't no question I can't answer, hold where your man's at. I might tap, let me cram, bitch, like I'm a dancer. From the back, I just slam that bitch, held the camera. Keep that rap cap in your plans, they gon' f*** your plans up. I'm in the whip, in the ditch, I'm really gon' feel it. I know they gon' want me to tell them what happened. I'ma tell them I'm ducking the traffic, but I really was whipping too fast. Them niggas be tripping, I'm trying to get past them. But I gotta deliver the package, ain't no stopping, I'm all about that action. You don't wanna see it get real, hope you got hundreds written in your will. By now they got runners coming up the hill, niggas coming for me still. Bitches coming off a pill, I got about 100 off my sex appeal. I'm fucking on someone, baby mama still. My son is really ill. She won't give me brain while I'm on the road. Your shit sound the same, you another clone. I just want to pay, you can keep the hoes. Closest thing you got, the stain is on your clothes. This bitch really don't want no condom, but I really don't get no if you thinking that that's a problem, bitch, then put your little shits back up. We not having sex unless I put this on. Pop that Percocet, then pop a birth control. I just upped the level, I'm advancing on niggas now. My kicks hit the pedal, hit the gas on these niggas now. I stick with the metal, shit I'm blasting at niggas now. Can't wait till the bezel, get the dancing on niggas now. Ain't no question I can't answer, hold where your man's at. I might tap, let me cram, bitch, like I'm a dancer. From the back, I just slam that bitch, held the camera. Keep that rap cap in your plans, they gon' f*** your plans up.
All right, we're back. That was Advance off the album Advance from OG Keif, and it was fire.
It was good. I liked it.
I
Bro,
appreciate you.
You got such a bro. I just because I know you since you were a kid, it's just like I never
Yeah.
growing up. I'm like now we're growing up, and I'm like, I know Keith was gonna be this. I didn't know we were both gonna be where we were.
Yeah, seriously, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's vice versa because like, dude, you've done a lot of different things. Like you've dabbled in a lot of different things. So for this to be like what it is in like 2020, it's sick, bro.
2020 is gonna be a big.
You know what I mean? I could already. That's why I had to say it like that because I could already tell where you guys are going, bro. It's
Yeah.
sick.
Corner, baby.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good time, bro. Well, I'm excited because you know, like the good thing is that when this episode comes out, you know, it's gonna be some buzz already.
Yeah.
And I think that people are still, you know, our audience will get excited. It's gonna be right around New Year's time.
Yeah.
So New Year's, people are gonna be like, "Oh snap, that's
Yeah.
that OG Keif.
Yeah.
Go get it."
That's why we gotta turn up like throughout the whole rest of the year too, because
Bro, just don't
it's
stop
only
being
right.
loud, bro.
Yeah, it's only right. Definitely.
You know what?
I mean, I only listen loud.
True.
It's because I'm getting old and I'm deaf. I'm deaf as hell.
That's
I
how
did
I
it even
feel.
before I was deaf.
Too deaf, bro. Too deaf.
I'm that neighbor people complain about.
Yeah, you're crazy, bro. But so, man, I know that you're like, I feel like you're just waiting, bro. When are you gonna do a live show, man? When is the live show happening?
Crazy part, right, is we just had the event 2 nights ago.
Yep.
And I was passing out like my QR scan cards I made for like the album. It'll take you like right to it. You just scan the code and it'll take you to the album, whatever. And I was like running low, so I went to grab some more. And really, it was like there's a few people in the back I had missed. And there was this guy. He was talking to some girl or whatever. So I didn't want to bother him. But like I was walking up to him, and I was like, "Yo, just want you to grab this real quick," because he was at the release. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, I just wanted you to check this out. Da da da. And you know, he dapped me up and he grabbed my arm and he's like, "Yo," he's like, "The album, no?" He's like, "You got it." He's like, "That's hard." Da da da. He's like, "Oh, I gotta ask you a question though." He's like, "You ever did live performance?" And I was like, "Yeah, all the time. I just haven't done one out here." I was like, "I just moved back from Atlanta. I'm from here, you know, but I've been gone for a while." And he's like, "Oh, that's what's up." He's like, I own this club in New Haven, and he's like, we're having a show soon with a bunch of local artists. He's like, you look like you got somewhat of a following out here already. Da da da, this and that. And I'm like, yeah, but that's why I'm doing all this. I'm trying to get it bigger. Da da da. And he's like, well, we got a show at this time, and he shows me the flyer, and he's like, I want you to come and be the special guest or whatever. So, whenever I get information on that, y'all will definitely be the first people to know.
You know the venue? What's it called?
I don't know the venue exactly. I think it's hold on, that's right here. I got it right here.
I'm excited because
That's
There's
cool.
this-
New Haven's nice and close.
Yo, seriously.
There's this like hidden venue I found near the
that.
Buffalo.
It's like-
White Buffalo.
I don't got no service in here.
not the.
It's called like the State House. I think.
Nah, it's something. It's like it's a few numbers studio. It's like one something. It's like 4 numbers in studio. I'll get the information and
For
send it
sure,
to you.
let me know so that we could put it out there. 'cause
Yeah.
I'd love to know when, bro.
Yeah, but he showed me everything. Like that's
I wanna see
that's
this
a
live.
straight opportunity right there for
Well,
me to.
When we cut away, you were feeling like I like seeing artists who feel their own songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
you were like, this is so much fire. I wrote this myself.
Honestly, yeah, I'm always in that cloud, bro, where I'll just be like, dude, I'll be really selfish when it comes to like the aux chord and stuff like that. Like, if you're gonna give me the aux chord, just know, like, if you're close to me, we playing my stuff all the time. Like, but the thing is, it's not something that like I'm like insecure about or anything like that. But like, I just don't push my music onto like random people. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's something that could kind of hinder me in the long run. But it's only just because like I don't feel like I should. It makes me feel like the guy who's just like handing out mixtapes at the gas station. Like,
Yo, you're
you
not
gotta hit.
that.
You know what I mean? And I'll just be like, when they hear it though, they'll be like, dude, I didn't know you made music, but this is fine. It just feels way better. You know what I mean? They found out because they were interested in listening. You know what I mean? Instead of me like, yo, listen to this, and they're like, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah. You know what I
More
mean?
of an accomplishment.
Yeah, and it gives it more of like a custom opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I don't like just like. I feel you. Like it's hard for me. I'll be like, you'll see me in the car, be like, yo, pass me the aux cord. And like, all you hear is, "What's up, everybody?"
And welcome back.
Yeah, right. I'm like, damn. I'll be trying to be like, yo, listen to my podcast. They're like, your podcast is too long. I'm like,
Bro, they don't.
it's a podcast.
That's what I'm saying. People,
What are you talking
if you
about?
don't listen to podcasts, then you know what I mean. You
Yeah, they
think
can
it's
sit-
too long.
They could sit through 4 hours of Joe Rogan, but
Seriously,
I'm over here like,
Well, I mean, you'd probably be surprised. I'm sure they're listening to it on YouTube where it's like 5-minute segments.
But that's the thing. You're not
There's a
getting the
lot of
whole
those.
thing. I'm the type of person that'll see that 5-minute segment and be like, nah, I gotta find out what the rest of it sounds like.
I don't even know where to look.
For what?
For Joe Rogan's full podcast.
The full podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
Joe Rogan Experience.
Joe Rogan Experience.
Well, I know, but like what?
Stop plugging Joe Rogan. He's our rival.
It's on Apple, right?
I don't have Apple. What am I, really fancy?
It should. I don't know where you get podcasts. You're right, actually.
Podcasts, bro. Podcasts are everything. You got Apple Podcasts, which you can catch us on.
We got it on Google, right?
We got a Google Podcast. We're on Google Podcasts.
Yeah.
Garbage though.
Spotify's. I love Spotify.
They do podcasts on Spotify, right?
Of course, bro.
Oh yeah, they have a whole
see?
section for that.
You can actually hear this entire. You can hear your last episode on Spotify right now.
I'm tripping because I have it. I'm bugging. I have my episode.
But if you want to watch it, you gotta go on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Now that's gonna be. I'm gonna use this footage too for like a part of my. I need this documented, so I'm gonna.
Where's
use
your
it for my
cameraman?
vlog.
He was here last time. You could come.
Also,
Bro.
yeah, shout out that ORNG vlog, dude. I
Yo,
watched that
appreciate
behind the scenes of our recording.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I know it was like before we were on camera and people were like,
Yeah.
I wonder what it looks like in there.
Yeah.
And like everybody would come in here, right? Like you haven't heard a guest say that since. Like people will come in here and be like, yo, this is so much fire. And like they would say when we were audio only and then we're like camera and people would be like, you guys know what it looks like.
right.
I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just a conference room. Yo, so, I mean, like, listen, bro. Now, one thing I got to know. So, we were talking before, as you know, with, we had a guy come on here last week who set a bar.
Yeah.
A man named Danny K.
Danny K set the bar when it came to freestyling. So now we have this new tradition now, and DJ Chops over here like, hurry the fuck up! He's so excited. He's like, please,
It's lit.
just play it already.
It's lit, bro.
So our biggest tradition now is all these hip hop artists who come on. So anyone who does rap on here, we got the dudes from Bridgeport coming out here at the end of February. They ain't gonna have to do this too. Hush, come back on here. You gonna have to do this too.
Yeah, he be
This is
freestyling
gonna
on
start-
live. He gotta come do it.
Yeah, bro, this is gonna start.
And then
Calling everyone out now.
Cypher.
If you freestyle, come on.
And then we're gonna have a big cipher. And we're
Yeah, and then
could
we're
do
gonna have the
this-
cipher right in the
We
warehouse.
could do this cipher. That's hard.
The Half-Life cipher.
Yo, that's fire.
We're gonna brand everything just the boop.
Yo,
we're gonna have
why
the
not?
Half-Life Stout, Half-Life Cipher,
Why not?
Half-Life Streaming, Half-Life Tabletop.
Because people
Half-Life-
gonna want to do it after. They're gonna be like, yo, I'm trying to go to the next cipher.
Yeah.
You gonna-
There hasn't been like a Meriden cipher since like 2017.
Because the
get me
thing is,
started.
it has to be done like
correctly.
exactly.
Yeah, we gotta start promoting the artist first,
Yeah.
and then we get all these people coming out here, and then we just be like, oh, in the warehouse, and then everyone
Cypher.
comes out there, and then they're just like, wiggity whack, I'm a cat on a mat. I'm not a rapper.
Facts.
Hey,
That
all
was
right,
a bar
so,
though. That was a bar.
Cat on a mat. So, bro, we got Chop. He over here threw something together here last minute for you. So, you ready?
Yo, I'm ready.
You ready, bro?
Let's see.
All right.
ready.
You just gonna take this, bro. We ain't got no toppings.
Let's do
We
it.
just want you to throw it up.
Yeah. I come alive in the nighttime, at the right time. I'm on the right grind, on a half life, like a half pipe, and I might grind. Yeah, let me do that shit. Yeah, who you about to feed when you eat? Your crew, that's it. Yeah, cause you tryna be real. I don't even need a deal. Man, I'm really tryna chill. I'ma count that money, I'ma make them meals, and I'm eating them meals. Cause I'm paying them bills. Mama gotta pay them bills too. Mama gotta do that. Yeah, you gotta do that. Yeah, when I come back, this is off the top. And you walk and stop. With the gossip and the plane, you can stop it. Cause what I'm saying is I'm great and I'm coming through for the paper. You can't see this, I'll see you later. Know what I'm coming through, I'm the mayor. You can't even do this, I got the laser. I got the lightsaber, like a Jedi. But I'm really here and I get my paper at the right time. And it's like a skater on the right grind. When I do that, yeah, on the music, yeah, I'ma use it, yeah. Like a tool, you know how I do it, yeah. I've been a fool with this, yeah. And I'm coming through with this, yeah, And I'ma do this shit, yeah, I'ma do it so clean, and you know what I mean, yeah. And I'm counting that green when I come up on the scene. Like I switch that flow how I want to. Lil' ho, I don't want you, yeah. Cause you know what I'm gonna do, yeah. And you know if I come through, yeah. Then they gon' hunt you. Cause you know that you lunch food. You can't be up on me when I pull up on you. Cause you can't even be like that. Why you gotta be like that? When you see me, you already know Keif count stacks, yeah. And you know I'ma bounce back, yeah. If I spend that cash, I'ma get it right back. I'ma do that dash, yeah. And I'm never gonna crash, yeah, yeah.
Bro, I like it because I swear when this shit is like, I'm gonna be like, that was so funny. I just love when people can just do shit off the dome, bro.
Facts. I try to just.
I had to hold myself back. I was about to be like, oh, what he said. What?
When you were like,
roll up on you, that.
Oh yeah.
Bro, when you were just
Appreciate
like,
it, bro.
I sliced that shit with my lightsaber Jedi. I'm like, oh, yes, we're in a theme.
Yo,
got Baby Yoda on the shirt.
I'm saying I see the Baby Yoda, and then Tyler's been watching the remastered like Star Wars thing.
Yes.
Yo, that shit is sick, bro.
Dude, thanks for rolling with it.
Have you never been to Star Wars?
Yo, that's fire though. That beats fire, bro.
Bro, wait till this guy, what he loves to do is just like capture people.
Yeah.
I feel like this is why he's just like, we should start doing freestyle. He captures it and then he's just like, I'm gonna mix this motherfucker.
Yo, he's been sending me beats too, dog. Like we link. We
Yo,
link.
he's up. He's like what? Every Tuesday morning, you're up there spinning shit on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I want more
I
people.
woke up in the AM.
Bro, I wish you'd wake up. Bro, hold up. I'd be like, yeah, we're gonna hopefully go get Nick on a conference call. I'm gonna move this shit to 1:30. I'm like, Nick, you on? They're like, nah, he's asleep. I'm like,
Never
it's
fails.
1:30. But dude,
Nice job.
he's
Preach.
super stoked.
Preach, bro.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Brandon, my brother, he always tells me, he's like, Keith, all he does is write. All Keith has is notebooks and books and stuff, and he just raps to himself by himself. He just sits around by himself.
Yeah.
Like, so I want it, like, definitely, it was a challenging thing, because,
It's a challenge.
It's a nice, soft beat, and I figured, like, you do have that smoothness to you, so it's
That's
gonna
why
be
I was like, I'm not even gonna go. I could have rapped any kind of way, but
I got some more hard
that
stuff,
was
but-
a vibe though. Like I had to get in my zone.
Well, you want to go for another one?
Bro, I don't care, bro.
Yo,
I like how he got like right into it once the bass dropped.
Yeah,
we can,
I just
like,
have to feel it real quick.
He was
Huh?
fucking
I'd
ready.
have to rewire and like it's
Oh man, I was
It's
like,
all good.
like, you could like take the one that Danny Kaye did and see if you could have done that one. Danny Kaye would have been like, Chris,
Come back. Get me back on this show.
I don't know if it's a competition. So much as
It's gonna,
like
bro.
the-
It's gonna. We're gonna have
I
to
like
start.
I like the personalized beat.
Me
Right.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
that's
I know
what I'm trying
you're
to
saying.
do.
True.
Yeah.
And
No,
you
I feel
definitely
that
did. You hit
felt
mine on the
Keith
nail
to
too.
me.
I
Makes
feel
it a
like
little
you hit
more
hits on the
special.
nail
It did
too,
feel
though.
Keith. I like how you put that. Though.
Yeah.
It felt Keith.
It did. It really did.
It just was smooth. Like,
That's why I rapped
Yeah.
so comfortable on it when I did. I was just like,
it was just soft. Like I was like, hey,
yeah, you could snap your fingers to it. Exactly. Like that's one of those.
The
don't
only thing I was missing was
use that dance.
And it's hard finding them right sounds. It
Yo.
is- it takes-
I'll
Trust
tell you,
me.
man, this kid will sit. When we first started wanting to do the whole like freestyle for artists who come on the show, because we were like, oh, let's try to bring this Breakfast Club feel on. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I'll watch him and he'll be like, yo, what do you think about this? I'll be like, yo, add like a little bit of this. I'll be
Yeah,
like, oh, that's really cool. And then he'll be like, don't talk to me. and then he just like said, I'm like, Mitch, and he'll be like, I got tweaks and stuff. I'm like, all right. I'm like playing on my Switch and stuff. He's just like, what do you think about this? I'm like, yeah, Mitch, that's totally right. You lost my influence hours ago. Bro.
Oh my god,
takes
that's
time.
hilarious though.
Yo, he just, you lock this dude in on something, all he does is just go, all right, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And then he's like a perfectionist.
Bro.
When we first started this, there was a time, you remember that night, bro?
I remember that night,
We were
yeah,
sitting at his house. He was like, no, it can't be right. That's not right at all. We're like sitting there. I'm like, it's like 11:35 and on a Tuesday. Mitch is like, it's not right yet.
Right.
Like his girl's like, just let her. He's like, it's not right yet, Devin.
Yo.
Francisco and we are like, I don't even know what's happening. We started watching animes.
Yo, what is your favorite anime, bro?
Ooh, don't hit me with that.
I'm gonna hit
Too
you
late.
with a question.
Then hit.
My favorite anime right now, or like of all time?
Like right now, because
My Hero
I can't
Academia.
even say what is it?
My Hero Academia.
All time.
Oh, I think
all time G Gundam.
G
Oh,
Gundam.
that's a good one.
G Gundam's dope because
Wait a minute. Wait. You hear? I saw a thing on Facebook that they're going to be making real fucking Gundams.
Live action.
Nah.
yeah, I saw
They're
that.
making a live action.
Well, there's Japan
Like-
versus US. They're doing like a giant.
I'm about to say, you think it's
robot.
gonna
That was
look
a
like
couple years ago, I heard
Transformers, or
about
it's gonna be like,
Dude,
If it was a Gundam where it like I just got into it, and if I went like bop, the robot was like bop, I would be so
yo,
happy.
that would
buy
be
one?
Sick.
Well, if we make it big enough, hell yeah. And I'm not saying we're not gonna make it, but I just think that like me wanting to buy a Gundam is gonna be like $1 billion. Like Bill Gates is gonna be there bidding for one,
Yo.
and I'm gonna be like
Gundam Wars.
$100,
$100 billion.
$1,000, and Bill Gates is gonna be like, get this motherfucker out the crowd. Who let him in the auction?
Missing about 9 zeros, man.
$1,000 final offer. They'd be like, man, get the hell out of here.
Go make yourself one.
But My Hero Academia has got the beats, man. It's got the music. It's got the
Yeah.
story. It's got everything, and it's like so much cool. It's so cool because the story. It's like just superheroes.
Yeah,
So that's why I love
Keith,
it.
what's
that's
yours?
cool.
You like animes?
I do, but like speaking on like a more recent one that I just like love just because it's goofy. One Punch Man. I don't know if you've ever seen
Oh,
Yeah.
one bunch,
Did we
man.
ever see
it,
it?
bro. That shit is my favorite, bro.
Do you watch it in English or Japanese?
In Japanese? I read the subtitles.
I like One Punch Man
Yeah.
in Japanese. I don't
Yeah.
like it in English.
I don't see how people could do it dubbed. Like it just feels watered down. I don't know.
I don't know. I like there's some animes that I could watch.
Oh,
dubbed.
man.
No, I'm
People like
talking
Laura
about that.
Bailey can
That
really
one in
make those
particular.
animes good.
That one in particular, it's just more funny when you're reading it. Like I don't know.
I
it
hear
just-
you because One Punch Man is hilarious when you're
Yeah, it's just like I don't know.
I just love his stupid ass face.
He has like no facial expression most of the time, but when he makes one, dude, it's like
Yo, when he's
He's
like,
hilarious.
and then the music starts going,
Yeah.
it's like,
he's fucking hilarious.
I'm like, yes, yes, Saitama. I'll go
so
in on
badass.
anime, bro. I'll be sitting there like I was watching one earlier today,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I get in my feelings on stuff, bro.
Yo.
I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It gets like that.
Like
bro.
when they're like, I can't beat him. I'm like, what are you talking about?
they
And
get
then-
they get dramatic, dude.
it's the best.
Seriously.
It's the best. Like he's just like, oh, it's gonna be all my power's gonna go to this last move, and I'm probably gonna die doing this. I'm like, don't do it. It's not
And they
even
don't
worth
care.
it.
They're just like charging up. They don't care.
I'm like crying. Like,
I'm one of
please.
those dudes that I'll watch it with the English dub and the subtitles off the original
Yo.
Japanese.
Yes.
So I see like how off it is from the original like text. It's really weird.
Yeah.
You're like, that's not even what they're talking about.
They get
What?
exposed.
Bro, we could talk about anime all day, but
Facts,
you know
facts.
what? We're running out of time. So what I want you to do is plug everything, man.
All right. So, just I want you to type in your search bar for Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, all that. OG space KEIF.
Capital
Promise
O,
you.
capital G, and
Yeah,
capital K.
and K.
Have to put those capitals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Dude.
couldn't find it if I didn't
Really?
use them, so
Yup.
use those.
I thought it was just my phone was doing that.
No.
I was like, my phone's stupid.
It's Spotify being a pain in the ass.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Definitely
Character
put those
specific.
capitals in
Yeah.
there. OGK is capital.
It's like, what is this, a password?
Yeah.
We
Facts.
got OG Keif right here. Ooh,
Yeah.
most popular.
Oh yeah.
song.
Last time I was on here, I didn't have an Instagram, and I made a new one.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
I remember the
Yeah,
saga.
yeah. So now my new Instagram is at Orange Guy Records. So yeah, it's just that's
Yep.
just
You can find that if you follow the Half's Life Start on Instagram, where we got, we plug a bunch of stuff. He is in the story. You can check out the Orange vlogs on there too. We tag him in it. We tag him in a bunch of posts. If you're like listening to this, we try to throw him up on the story every single night and day that this episode gets released. We'll be promoting it all week, so you'll
Yes,
be able to
sir.
find him on Instagram.
yes,
But
sir.
yeah, bro, we appreciate you coming down, man. And honestly, like, You gotta let us know when you have a live show so we can come down.
Yo, for sure. Honestly, y'all, like I said, y'all will be the first to know. I might like let you guys know way ahead of time, just so if I could come up here, or if I'm already coming up here at that time, I'll just, you know what I mean.
You just let me know, man. And if we,
that guy had a club in New Haven, he was asking.
Yeah. Plus, my mom also was there at the event, and she was talking to one of her friends who owns a club in Hartford. So.
All right.
Nice.
Well, I mean, like,
like-
even if you can't make it here, you just let me know. We'll plug it at the end of the show because we like to let people know what's happening at the end of the weekend.
Right.
He got dress codes and he don't like sleeves.
Oh, I feel you.
He's got sleeves on today because it's brick.
Just fuck dress codes. Man.
I feel you, bro.
Huh?
Sleeve is under there.
Yeah, he's still got the sleeve. Yeah.
No, this one has sleeves.
We're gonna make an exception. You're gonna come in through the back, bro.
All right.
There
Got
we
you.
go.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
With
sounds
bottle
pretty sick
service.
to
Come
me.
coming with us. Yeah, we'll get you some gear too. Yeah,
I'll just,
2020,
like,
we're
knock
definitely
back
gonna.
on the back door with a in my mouth.
Yo, that'll work. Honestly,
You guys are bugging. Anyway, that concludes this week's episode of Connecticut Casual. Follow us right now on Instagram. We're also on Facebook. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts on every Wednesday. We drop new episodes every Wednesday, audio only, and then we drop the YouTube video on Thursdays. You can follow, like, share, subscribe. We shout out all new subscribers at the end of each month, so make sure you hop on there. It's going to be a good time. Have a fun week, everybody.
Later.
signing off.
Connecticut Casual.